If you need help with your books, listen up. Carla and Joe and the entire team at Cycle CPA is Brian's go-to firm for accounting services. Now, if you're in the market for a CPA that focuses in on our industry, go listen to episode 288 of the podcast or check out the free webinar for Fullerton Unfiltered listeners that takes place Thursday night, January 27th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You do need to register for the webinar, and it focuses on business cash flow management and accounting best practices for those that are in lawn care and landscaping. The link is in the show description, and if you decide to utilize their bookkeeping or CPA services, please mention Brian to save yourself $200.
You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no-nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton, here, hanging with you guys. And today, I wanted to talk about social media marketing and just really even marketing in general, and give you guys some helpful tips and suggestions for the upcoming season. So a lot of us are going to be expanding our businesses. We're going to be passing out all kinds of print material, all kinds of marketing material, of course, digital material, from Facebook ads, Google ads, Facebook posts, Instagram posts, so on and so forth. And so here's what I wanted to do for just a very few couple of minutes here. I think this will actually be another short and sweet episode. We might actually be on a roll. We had a couple of them that are about 20, 25 minutes. Go figure. Well, here's the deal. I just want to give some encouragement that, marketing is one of the most underrated things that small business owners, estimate in their business. They don't take it serious, just point blank, and so we're just going to get into it really quick, just short and sweet. When a lot of us come from an employee background. A lot of us come from an employee background. We're not used to investing money or spending money in a business to grow the business. For example, we start a new business. We tell, who would you normally tell first, right? Your friends and family. Hey, mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousins, nieces, nephews, whatever. And then maybe your top 10, top 20, maybe your T-Mobile Fab 5. You guys remember those days? I think it was T-Mobile. But we tell those, top 5, top 10 friends, hey, we started a business. Whether it's you're starting a new network marketing business, or you're a real estate agent, or you have a lawn and landscaping business. You tell your friends and your family first, because that's what you would think would be the people that would support you the most and the people that would jump on board and probably get involved with whatever you're doing. Typically speaking, those people don't. They know you. They maybe don't have a need. That pool is really shallow of only 10, 20, 30 people. And so you may or may not get good results from that, right? So then you're kind of, this was just my story at least, you're kind of in no man's land. You're like, crap, well, I have this lawn care business. I only got one customer actually, let me take that back. I got two customers. One was my uncle. He needed a couple one-time cuts from his home over in Novi. And then my other customer was kind of like a second or third cousin, and that was one of my aunts. That's actually Rob's mom. Okay, so those were my two customers, and I just realized, well, let's see, I've got one in a kind of a half customers, right? I'll call you when I need you kind of a customer. And so here's the deal. I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to have to market and advertise to get people that I don't know to buy a product or service from me, i.e. lawn care. Now, I know a lot of us are in our 20s, our 30s. It's so no-brainer today, right? It's so like matter of fact. I need customers. I'm going to get an ad out there. I need customers. I'm going to get a flyer out there. I'm going to make a social media post on whatever platform. But you know what? Let's not take it for granted that we always didn't think that way. In fact, there's a large amount of people that are listening to the podcast right now. They're exploring the idea of starting a lawn care landscaping business. And if that's you, welcome to the show. This is the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. We do our best to help you guys 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, to teach you guys how to grow a more successful lawn and landscaping business so you guys can go out there and crush it. We also have a great YouTube channel with about 850 free videos that literally share X's and O's and daily vlogs and a little bit of motivation and how-tos as well. But you know what? It's a jungle out there. How do you start a lawn care business? Well, outside of, learning from YouTube and training programs or whatever else and podcasts, a lot of it's just cutting your teeth. And so when you're starting your business, you're like, wait a minute, I need to go out and about from my sphere of influence. I need to go talk to strangers. I need to go to talk and sell or convince or plead or make my case for somebody else to go with me for a product or a service. That is intimidating. You know what I mean? That's intimidating. And so for me personally, I was and still am kind of like the shy person. I'm kind of like the not outgoing person. I'm not the extrovert person. A lot of you guys have heard this. If you listen to the show, forgive me. You guys have heard this 100 times. But if you're new to the show, even though we got the podcast and the YouTube channel and we seem like we're out front, the reality is that's just not the case. The reality is I'd rather pass out flyers and not talk to you. I'd rather, talk to you via text message than to pick up the phone. Now, I don't do that because that's not good business. But the reality was I was scared out of my mind when I had to realize that my income was, what do they say? Your network is your net worth. Right? Is that what they say? Well, I was looking at my network and I realized I had a really small network. And no surprise, I had a pretty small net worth. Our network has grown a lot more since then. And yeah, I would have to say it's pretty, there's some correlation there. My net worth is more because of my network between our lawn care customers and just people I know now from the internet. So here's the reality about it is you have to go out and about, you have to get customers and you want to get customers, but you're like, what's the driving factor? What's the motivator? What's the lever that you pull? How do I get new customers? How do I do all this stuff? And here's just what I wanted to say, because this whole conversation came from somebody I was having a coaching call with, and we were talking about social media marketing, and they said, "How do you do it? How do you market via social media?" And I said, that's a really interesting question. I said, what do you specifically mean? And he said, well, how do you make posts on Instagram? Like, how do you tags where you come up in your city? And how do you rank on Google and rank on Facebook? And so I said, so we were talking about some of those questions, but I said, you know what the reality is? I said, he goes, what? Give me like the meat, man. He's like, he's paying for a coaching call. He wants top tier advice and information. And I said, here's the deal. Everybody has social media today, right? I think it's fair to say that everybody has an Instagram. Everybody has a Facebook. Everybody has a Twitter, whether you've logged in or not, or whether you're a Politico and a junkie on that, great. If not, no big deal. But we all have, an account. We all have a Facebook, a YouTube, an account, because you got to have, I think, a Google account associated to comment or like or post. We all have the social media. We all have it. And he was like, well, what's the best way to, really win at social media? And here's the deal. I'm going to give you guys some free advice here, and it's going to be very, very mind-blowing. So get ready, strap in. Here's your disclaimer, your trigger warning, your spoiler alert, whatever you guys want to call it. Get ready. I'm going to give you some groundbreaking advice. Now, I know this is free 99, so relax, but here's the deal. You have to do it. You have to literally do it. And so here's what I mean. And I'm not trying to be patronizing, but here's what the guy and I were talking back and forth, because he's got a new business. He's looking to get his name out there, and he's getting a website built. I mean, fantastic call, by the way. He knows who he is. He's getting a new website built. He's making a new Facebook fan page. He's making a new Instagram account outside of his personal account. And he's kind of like, he's on social media, but he's not on social media with his business, and he's not utilizing it like a business. And so here's my point. If you want to win at social media, I'm going to give you the biggest secret here. You have to actually make posts. You actually have to create content. You actually have to get out of your comfort zone and get your message out there. Right? As we go back to the beginning of my story, just like my own business, I was afraid of everybody. I was afraid of the public opinion. I was afraid of looking like the new guy. I was afraid of looking ridiculous or looking like a fool. We all are when we just get our business started. By the way, you still can have that complex being in business 5, 10, 20 years later. I don't know if it ever really goes away. I think you just, honestly, you get a little bit more confident and also stop caring about what other people think. But the reality is, let me just shoot it straight. And this is kind of no-brainer stuff, but I just want to give some encouragement out there, because a lot of people, again, they're all looking for the silver bullet. Everybody's always, and by the way, stick around long enough on a podcast or a YouTube channel and somebody will give you a silver bullet, and then they'll charge you $39.99 for it, okay? For 3 months or for a 12-year or 12-month membership. The reality with how do you win at social media marketing is you post, you make content, Okay, if you want to learn more, go follow Gary Vee. Follow him for 90 days. Your brain will just fill up like crazy, and he'll give you a bunch of tactical strategies and approaches and ways to do it. Post 3 times a day. Post 2 times a day. Make 50 pieces of content a week. Make 150 pieces of content a week. Make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube channel. Make 3 videos a week. Just record them on your iPhone. Whatever, right? But here's the reality. I just want to give you guys some encouragement. Some of us are, we're going to go spend thousands of dollars on yard signs and thousands of dollars on postcards and thousands of dollars on vehicle wraps and thousands of dollars on, signage on our trailers. And that's all good. That's all great stuff. I mean, I call it the Blitzkrieg. It's doing marketing with a little bit of everything because you never know where that customer is. In today's world, it used to just be on TV or in the newspapers, or they all just used to be on Facebook. But now you have to almost arguably be on a little bit of everything because everybody's on almost a little bit of everything. Now, there's the Pareto principle, 80-20. 80% of your work is going to come from 20% of, your customers or one platform. Like I have the podcast, 80% of our downloads probably come from iTunes, but I'm still on the other 25 other platforms or services because I still want to capture the other 20%. So here's the deal. Here's all I was telling my friend here is I said, you have to post. He's like, well, I don't know what to post. I said, you're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn how to take a photo of a job, take a photo of some stripes. You're going to have to learn how your phone works to create time lapses. You're going to have to learn how to download Lightroom or Photoshop, preferably Lightroom, and, add a filter, or they call it a preset. You can buy presets. Go Google right now. Lawn care presets, landscaping presets, industrial presets, sunset presets. There's 1,000 different ones that you can download. Go look up Matty Hippoja or Hippalaja, whatever his name is. I can never say his last name. Or Peter McKinnon. Okay, these are very, very popular social media guys, especially on YouTube, and they create these preset packs. You download them onto your phone, and you can import those presets onto your Lightroom. And Lightroom's $10 a month. It's an investment. And then you have these really cool photos that you can do from just taking a photo with your phone, slapping a preset on it, and it looks 3, 5, 10 times better. What's a preset? They're like a preset overlay or filter, I guess you could kind of say, that some of them are dark colors, some of them are light colors, some of them are more contrasted colors, some of them are better for sunsets. It's like an instant paintbrush you put over the photo to make it look better. And my wife makes incredible presets. I told her, I'm like, you should sell these for like $10. I'm like, and you would sell 1,000 of these things because she has some of the most amazing photos. You want a great example of it also, besides my wife, is Jake the Lawn Care Kid. Or Jake the Lawn Kid. Really, really good photos on his Instagram. Go check it out. Go snoop around and say, Jake, can you teach me how to do this better? Shoot him a DM. Jake's very zealous, overzealous sometimes about that, and he will help you out big time. He's one of the best. Okay, so here's the deal. Everybody has a social media account. I wrote down here, this kind of like an analogy we were talking about. I said, everybody's got a membership at the gym, but nobody goes. I would bet you right now that you probably have a gym membership, and 80-90% of us have not gone in the last week, maybe month. Okay. So it's just like social media. Everybody's got an account, but how many people actually go or actually post? And so that's it. That's it. What you need to do is create not a content calendar necessarily. I don't want to sound super fancy, but what you need to do is, my suggestion, if you want to be relevant on social media, figure out a schedule that works for you and just stick with it. Maybe that's a post a day or a post a week or a post a month. I don't care if it's a post a month, but it's 12 months straight, winning. Okay, I don't care if your commitment is once a week, because that's doable, and you post once a week for 52 weeks, winning. Maybe you're the 3 times a day guy. Awesome, winning. I think there is some diminishing returns, just my opinion. I know some people that post 10 to 20 times a day. I don't see any merit to that. I think it's diminishing returns, meaning just because you do more, it's actually kind of producing less and might be just not as effective, okay? So I haven't seen it work in social media land where it works that much better by posting that much. Imagine this. Imagine you get a yellow book or a newspaper and you got the same ad in it like every day, or you get like 5 different ads from like the same person on the mailbox per day. Look, I already heard your message once. It's top of mind. I don't need to hear it 5 more times. The secret would be let me hear your message once a day, once a week for the next 5 weeks instead of 5 times a day. Does that make sense? So consistency over time. Let me give you one other quick observation or analogy. Is like this is just me talking about helping you guys out the most I can really quick about marketing is, getting your message out there and keeping your message out there. So a lot of folks are like, well, I did marketing in February, March, April. I wouldn't doubt that there's not a single person listening to this podcast right now that isn't getting their boat close to the dock with print materials, marketing materials, ordering yard signs, postcards, getting social media set up, getting ads set up with their ad guy on Google or Facebook. I think we're all doing that. And I think every business, everybody does. Everybody's got their season. But when we all rush out the door in February or March or April, depending on where you live, we all like market like crazy. We think we're marketing like crazy, right? Because we are. In the spring, we're at level 10 intensity. But here's the reality. I've said this before, but this is just how I see it. Very, very few people are marketing the next month. Very few people are marketing the month after that. Very few people are marketing the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th month. For example, you guys already know where I'm going. If you listen to the show, we've got postcards and you can download this PDF art file. It's not editable. You can just literally, though, slap your name and logo on the back of it, and you have a plug and play printable postcard. Go to postcardmania.com/Brian. Use our link and also call the 800 number or whatever it is off of that website. That's a specific account manager to get the specials that we have. Don't just call it Postcard Mania at the generic phone number or box. They probably won't have any clue what's going on. They're a huge company. They're like the Amazon of postcards, okay? But talk to our account manager, a girl named Samantha. She's incredible. She'll get you hooked up. And if you go with them after you buy our design and take the design to them, they will make free edits for you on the art file to make it customized to your business. But here's the deal. I say all that just to say we have a 4-pack bundle. A spring, a summer, a fall, and a winter postcard. That's 4 postcard designs where we literally, in my garage right now, right below me, on a rack, I have my 4 designs, and we pass them out all the time. All the time. We hit our customers at least 4 times a year. And then outside of that, we have half sheets on flyers that we use for like last minute fall cleanups, last minute fall aerations. This year we're actually putting together I think they call it a business select. It's like EDDM, but it's more targeted to customers. I'm really dialing in who we want to reach. So we have an aeration overseed design postcard. I'm using my own postcard. Like I'm not just trying to hawk a product to you guys. Listen, I'm using my own aeration overseed postcard, and we are going to be mailing that out in April for spring aerations and overseeds and turf renovations. And again, in September and October for fall aeration season, because that's one thing that we're going to do to really generate a crap ton of more revenue, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 easily for our company. Okay, so imagine that. We're hitting our customers, doing soft touches, whatever you want to call it, 5, 6, 7 times in a season. And then I got other people saying, well, I did marketing this year. I passed them all out in the spring. The phone's not ringing. I'm like, dude, you had level intensity for about a month, and then you had level 0 intensity for the other 6, 7, 8 months of the season, right? It's like going to the gym. You guys already know the analogy, but I'm just bringing it top of mind. It's like going to the gym for that first day for 3 hours, and then you miss the next 6 days. It's not how it works. You got to do an hour a day for 4 or 5 days a week. So here's my point. The guy had a bunch of questions about social media marketing. You know what I said? I said, everybody has a membership at the gym. Very few people go. Everybody has a social media account, but very few people post. Let me ask you this. Self-check, right? Check up from the neck up is what I always say, because what better person to put under the microscope than yourself? And I'm talking to me too. When's the last time you made a post on social media? When's the last time you made an Instagram post? When's the last time you made a Facebook post? When's the last time you updated your Google Photos for your actual business? Because we all set up Google My Business listing, and it is kind of designed as a set it and forget it. But if you want to grow on Google, just like anything, the algorithms of the world all want engagement and all want relevancy, and they all want things to be updated regularly. So if you haven't got a review lately or updated your photos lately, and your Google listing is dormant, dusty, not top of mind, what do you think the algorithms are going to do? And I'm not an SEO expert, but I just have to tell you, like, after looking at 4 or 5 different social media platforms I'm on and podcasting algorithms and just how the world works with, these big tech companies. It's all algorithmic driven. So wouldn't it behoove us to make a relevant post or get a new photo or ask for a review? I don't care if your mom reviews your business, okay? Like jumpstart it if you have to, whatever. But let's make something top of mind. Let's make a new, fresh post. So some people are like, well, I post 4 times a day, 7, 11, 3, 7 on Instagram. Fantastic. If you can keep 4 posts a day, 5 times a week, fantastic. My attitude is post at least once a day for the week. Hashtag your city, geotag it when you post, put it under popular hashtags, and just anywhere in your account, your profile, put your city, Novi, Michigan, Wixom, Michigan, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, wherever you're from. Just simply use the hashtag, the number sign looking, the shift 3 or whatever it is. Just put a hashtag and then your city and then hashtag the service that you're doing. Hashtag aeration, hashtag overseeding, hashtag mulch install, hashtag fall cleanup. Okay. So that's my point. I just wanted to say, we were talking about social media. He's like, yeah, I don't know if social media works. How do you work it? How do some people have it working? And it seems like, here's the reality. It's like social media is so much noise. It really is. It seems deafening. But I will venture to say that just like the Pareto principle, 80-20, probably 80% of the posts you're seeing are coming from 20% of people that create content. So, and the reality is you see 10,000 posts a day. It's really just 1,000 people posting 2, 4, 8, 10 times a day or a week, depending on how the algorithm surfaces the content, right? So my point is, don't think just because you have a membership, everybody is doing it or everybody's going. For example, you look at your local gym. I bet you the local Planet Fitness has, 2 to 10,000 members. But how many people do you really think go during the week? I don't know, maybe 250 to 500 of them, maybe 1,000, less than 10%. I would imagine. Same thing with social media. So the question was, how do you win or how do you succeed at creating content in social media? You want this really simple answer? You make posts. You make 1 post a day or 1 post a week, whatever you can commit to. And I say whatever you can commit to because, look, in the spring, before the real big rush hits, you can post 5 times a day, 5 times a week, right? And we all can. Okay, it's pretty hard to make content in February and March. But when that season really hits, man, and you're getting those mulch installs and you're getting those spring cleanups and you're getting those first blades of grass starting to turn green and you got to get out there, creating 5 days a week or 3 times a day goes away real quick. And 1 time a day is a stretch. And I'm telling you straight up, that's just my opinion. I mean, I have so much going on in my day, my mind, my life, my family, everything, just like you guys. And I'm like, how do some people post 5 times a day? I can barely even post 1 time. And I know I sound like the social media guru. I'm not. I'm a regular dude, a real person just like you guys. And you know what? I try to at least make 1 post a day or at least 1 reel a day. And I'm not going to get into the whole strategy of making reels versus posts. It's irrelevant. You just want to stay top of mind because here's why. I know you think everybody's making content all day long. They're not. They're not. You have a head fake. Okay, so here's the last thing I'll say. And I thought about this earlier because I really wanted to just try to add some value really quick here on this 20 minutes. Think about the last person think about all the people you know that post regularly. Just slow down really quick here for a second. Think about all the people that you know that post regularly on social media. How many people do you think you could name? You're like, oh man, I'm on Instagram all freaking day. I'm on social media all freaking day. And even if you slow down to really think about it, I bet you at best could come up with 10 people that you know post regularly. Because it's just so much noise and it's so crazy and it's just never ending. It's nonstop. And I know it is. And I know it seems to be that way. And I believe it kind of is that way. But here's the reality of it. I guarantee you don't even know 10 people that post per day because you're so lost in the noise. And when you really start to slow down and you really start to measure things out and you really start to see who's doing what, who's actually showing up to the gym and how many people are actually showing up to the gym and how many people are actually making posts or updating their profiles or updating reviews, you want to know the honest answer? It's a lot less than you think. It's a lot less than you think. And self-employed people, I'm just going to shoot it straight, are some of the laziest people I've ever met in my entire life. Fact. Okay. They don't think, how much can I do? They think, how little can I do to get the most amount of result? And that's fine. That's good attitude. But a better attitude is, if I can do a little bit to get a lot, I want to do a lot to get a lot. Right? Because a lot of people are playing at minimums instead of playing at maximums. And Liz and I have said this many, many times in our life, many, many times on our goal list, many, many times on our dream board. We play at a maximum life. Okay, we're not heroes, whatever. We're just, listen, everybody else is going to treat so many things like a crumb, like a feast, like a crumb. We're going to treat a crumb like a feast. And so I'm not a hero. I have tons of room for improvement, just like you guys do too. But it's less busy than you think. The gym is less busy than you think. More people have a membership than you would imagine, and less people are showing up than you think. Just like social media. You want to really crush it in social media. Well, I need SEO, and I need to be top of mind, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. Yeah, you do have to do all of it. But you know what you need to do to win on social media? By the way, winning on social media means getting customers. Literally, I can't tell you how many people we've signed up commercial snow contracts, residential lawn care customers. We've signed up. I've become a subcontractor for people. I've subcontracted people based on my social media. Social media is not even like YouTube and all that crap. Come on, listen. Social media for my lawn care business has made me tens and tens of thousands of dollars. I don't even know. It's hard to quantify, but guarantee you tens of thousands of dollars. And here's the deal. Like I said in the beginning, you don't know what's going to bring in the work. So you almost got to do a little bit of everything when it comes to social media. I'm not saying be a jack of all trades and a master of none or two or whatever the saying is, like your craft. But I am saying on social media, you do need to be on 3, 4, 5 different platforms. What's the big ones? I don't know. They change every 12 minutes. Okay. I'm sure TikTok right now is one. Maybe some of you will get customers from TikTok. I don't know. But what I can say for sure is Google My Business Listing, Facebook, Instagram, Google Ads, Facebook ads. Those are the tried and true. Okay. So anyway, that's what I got for you. Just the short and sweet. If you want to win at social media marketing in 2022, make content. Make content. Well, how do I make content? Get Lightroom. Watch some YouTube tutorial videos. That's the thing that nobody really gives people credit for. People that are winning is that people think that people are winning are just like lucky. But what you don't know is that they were lurking on Facebook and YouTube till 2 o'clock in the morning, watching 38 freaking how-to tutorial videos, learning how to add text or change colors or edit on iMovie or edit on Final Cut Pro. These are skills. These aren't talents. These are skills, not talents. Well, this guy just makes funny reels because he's really good at making reels. Nobody was popped out of the womb and is instantly good at making Instagram reels. But you know what I'm saying? Like, Emmy was just born and she didn't come out, oh, look at that. She's good at making Instagram reels. She got that skill. Sorry, you got how to lay bricks and pavers, but she got how to make Instagram work. It doesn't work like that, okay? It's a skill set. So anyway, and I say this with all, just love and sincerity. The guy I was doing a coaching call with had a really, really good conversation, but he wants to really crush it on social media. He's like, I got limited money, limited funds. He goes, I'm going to do all the other typical blocking and tackling, right? The yard signs, the postcards, the vehicle wraps, all this mess. He's got a great gym in business. But he goes, I know I need to crush it on social. I know I need to be relevant. And you know what? I said, you know what? You know how you're relevant on social? Just post once a day. Just post once a week. It's way less competition out there than you think. And by the way, I guess you can kind of say I probably have a little bit of credibility talking in this department. Okay, we got 46,000 followers on Instagram, 150,000 people on YouTube that follow, subscribers, whatever you call it. 14,000 followers on Facebook. my following is so Mickey Mouse, guys. Really, like in real social influencer numbers, and I don't call myself a social media influencer, but I'm just telling you, in real social media followers, whatever, million people here, 2 million here, Ronaldinho, 50 million, Ronaldo, 100, 200 million people, Kardashian, Kanye West, 100 million people, Trump, 100 million people. Okay, my 150 to 200,000 people that follow us, we're so not even in the game. But here's the deal. You look at all of my stuff. What's our claim to fame? How are we most relevant? How are we most top of mind? How are we the leader? Which we're not, but how are we always out front so much? Look at all my content and how much we've posted. We've posted 800 videos over 5 years on YouTube. We've posted, I think last I saw, like 2,700 times over maybe 4 years now, maybe 4.5 years now on Instagram. So my content isn't like super fancy or like Ed Milet or Andy Frisella good. Okay. Like I'm just another dude out there trying to make it happen like you guys. But we have been is moderate work ethic for a very consistent amount of time. That's it. Moderate work ethic over a consistent amount of time. I'm just consistent. I told Liz, like, the least impressive thing is going to go on my tombstone. He was consistent. I wasn't gifted. I wasn't able to shoot free throws or 3 points. I'm not Steph Curry. I'm not MJ. I'm not LeBron. I played soccer as a teenager, but I had no chance of going pro, or semi-pro. None of that stuff, right? I'm just consistent. So for some of you guys, maybe you guys got the chisel good looks. Hey, fantastic. Maybe you guys are Brad Pitt Jr., fantastic. Maybe some of us, we got to grow a business. Our shot is entrepreneurship. If you want to succeed in entrepreneurship, it's a moderate amount of work ethic over a consistent amount of time with good choices and good decision making. Okay, that's like entrepreneurship 101. All right, so that's what I got for you guys. Just a short and sweet episode today. Not a lengthy rant, but I know so many of you guys want to win more on social media this year. And some of you guys are like actually hungry for it. You're actually trying to grow. You're actually trying to tear down walls, change your stars, build a business, make more money, retire your wife, help your mom, pay off a stupid truck, pay off a stupid car. You got a 7-year note and you're like on year 8 paying it off. You know what I'm saying? I've been there so long for so many times for so many things. It's not even funny. So for those of you guys that are hungry for it, I'm giving you the secret. Just make a couple posts a day. Make a couple posts a week. Just be consistent with it, and you will crush social media, and that will 100% transmute, turn into new customers for you. Okay, it has for me. I have so many customers we picked up that watch our videos, and it's kind of weird and kind of freaky because I'm like doing the whole YouTube thing too. If you're not doing the YouTube thing, you should have way less reservations about growing a social media account because you're just showcasing and highlighting your work. But I got people like, how to make $400 in 4 hours on a mulch install, and the customer's like, you make how much again? And they're like, a lawyer making like $125 an hour, and like their podunk landscaper is making the same amount of money. And you know what I'm saying? It's really weird. But you know what? We've got leads from snow. We've got leads from lawn care, landscaping, subcontract work. Social media is something you should not ignore in 2022. And I know you've been hearing this for 5 to 10 years. I'm telling you, it's way more wide open than you guys think. All right. That's what I got for you guys today. Really short and sweet. If you guys need any help with this, shoot me an email. Always here to help you guys out. If you guys enjoy what you're seeing and you guys want some more help with your social media or marketing, go to launchpreneuracademy.com. We've got some great postcards, the art files that you guys can download and edit. I'm sorry, not edit, but you can download and add and make your own. If you guys want to make edits, reach out to postcardmania.com. They can help you guys out with that, and they can help you with the edits and also the print work. It really helped take you guys' marketing, your print marketing, for example, to the next level. All right, that's what I got for you guys today. Short and sweet episode. We're ramping up, man. I'm talking fast. I'm getting excited. The season's going to be here in like 6 to 8 weeks. I know it's like the dead of January, but I'm telling you, another 6, 8, 12 weeks from now, we're going to be right back out there. Don't take your foot off the gas. All right, that's what I got for you guys on today's episode. We will be back here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday without fail. Let's kick it over to Marty, Mr. Producer, to show us a little bit more about what we got going on with some news, updates, products, and some different things we got going on in our ecosystem. All right, guys, over and out. We'll catch up with you here on the next one.
The Lawntrepreneur Academy is an industry-leading online training website. We have training courses and programs where you can learn how to start a lawn care business, how to do mulch installations, aeration and overseeding, and so much more. For you who don't enjoy writing up legal contracts, we can help you with an assortment of documents, including residential contracts, commercial contracts, snowplow contracts for both residential and commercial, plus snow and ice management logs. These are the documents and resources that Brian Fullerton uses in his lawn care and landscaping business every single day.
I've put literally tens of thousands of dollars and many dozens, and if not hundreds of hours behind these resources to make them available to help you guys grow your business.
No matter if you need training, resources, documents, or even one-on-one coaching, the LawnTrepreneurAcademy.com is for you who want to start, grow, and run a successful lawn care business. The link along with the discount code is in the podcast description.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.